What's going on, guys? Captain Richard Hajeki, and this is the fishing report for Saturday, June 29th. So we had some guys up from Pennsylvania that have fished with us in the past. Checked out the weather buoy out front, which is a great resource here at the Oak. We've got a weather buoy in 60 foot of water, and I'll try to drop a link to that website in the description of this video. So, checked the weather buoy, saw that the east winds from yesterday had carried in some cold water, and we had 40-degree water as shallow as 35, 40 foot. So, we boogied out to about 40 foot of water and shut down this morning right out front and set lines. 4 rods in, 3 fish on, and that's kind of how it went the rest of the day. It was just complete and total chaos. So we try to keep it simple most of the day. 3 riggers, 2 divers. We did squeak out a couple of coppers when things allowed. But as far as what was firing today, on our riggers, we had see, this would have been on the 40/45 rigger. This was the that moonshine duty. Center rigger down 35. Now both of these riggers were mucked. Is the gold UV Alewife from Fish USA. That's a custom spoon right there. If you don't have it, you're gonna want to get some of those for sure. On one diver we ran a spoon, on the other diver we ran a meat rig. The spoon diver, we put a regular geezer on there. That was going good back 100 foot on a 2. Again, I don't have my smart troll working, so not sure where that diver was fishing, but it went numerous times out 100 foot on a 2. Other diver was going out anywhere between 100 and 130 on a 2. That was pulling a big meat rig with some deep rig tackle. And that got cracked off. Our Twinkie got cracked off at some point today, and then we tried some other rigs that just weren't nearly as good. And then as far as coppers, we had a gold geezer going. We had we threw another one of these UV Alewifes on the coppers, and we tried to slide out 3 coppers. We got 2 out at some points throughout the morning. 150 coppers were absolutely on fire. I think we probably took, on the 150s alone, 12 fish on those 2 coppers. Again, that's the Morgan's tackle, the tinned 45-pound copper. That was really good. I actually don't mind copper fishing when it's only 150 feet out. So since we were in so shallow and the temp was so high, the 150s were on fire. Put the 200 out. It might have went once, but we struggled to get that 3rd copper in the water, and finally just said, let's forget about it, and ran with 7 rods. And it was all we could do to keep 7 rods in the water. 2 people in the back of the boat just throwing stuff down in between fish. Tried to be selective, but these fish are just absolutely gorging out there and taking these baits deep down in their gullet. We've got fish bleeding as they're getting into the net. So we try to be as selective as possible and throw back some of the smaller fish. We had a really nice box of fish. We had tails hanging out by the end of the day with a 3-man limit. Nothing over 20. I think our biggest was probably a scotch under 20, and then we had a bunch in the 12 to 17 pound range. So some nice fish for sure. We worked primarily 55 to 65 foot of water all morning long, and again we fished from about 25 foot down to the bottom. Deep rigger had a bullfrog going that went all day. That was really good. Everything was firing. As long as you can get it in the water, get it in the strike zone, it would fire. So really good day. We got done early just because we didn't want to kill any more fish. We had a few fish that were really just taking it deep and bleeding, and just didn't want to see fish floating behind the boat. So the guys understood, and we packed it in early and headed for the dock. So I expect this fishing to continue. We will be out again tomorrow, and I'm sure it'll be very similar. We've got a south wind blowing right now. It was blowing east this morning, and that's really what rolls this cold water in. So I'm assuming we're going to get more cold water coming in with this south wind that's blowing right now. So shouldn't have to go too far offshore and burn too much gas, which is always a good thing. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back with another report tomorrow.